This is the future. This is the time to do more. Give more. Help more. Be more. A future where more compassion and more empathy will make us more human. A future where more technologies and more digital platforms will help bring more people to safety and prosperity. Welcome to the future. Here, you can be more with us. Access, more than banking.
Welcome back. Aruna, we go straight to Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement, we are expecting something in the region of 13-14 naira third quarter earnings from 11 naira 21 kobo in the second quarter. It was 12 naira 25 kobo. That is the third quarter for 2020. In this company, Aruna, looking at their PE ratio, 22.86, very high. Earnings growth rate, 10.79%, very low, which suggests that the profit margin in this business is low. The PEG ratio, not favorable, 2.12. Right. In this company, we saw share buyback. Yet, the earnings and price are not on the same level. The price has gone so well, 280 naira. Expected PE ratio and all this not favorable. How good can we say the company is?
What I would just say about Dangote Cement is what is in its favor is market sentiment and the strength of the brand. It's a very strong, and this where it is, a high cap stock. I don't think the movement of the price of Dangote is actually depending on its earnings. It's market sentiment. Even the share buyback actually has no. I don't think that they have completed it, and I don't think that would have no significant effect on the earnings and the outstanding shares. So I just believe that they have good market sentiment and
how high do you think sentiment can push the price of the stock?
It has always hold it either like maybe I should measure that of GTCO even after their outing in their quarter two. And the price I would say is 28 naira plus. Sentiment is the market sentiment that is holding it at that level.
In other words, if I want to invest, aside the earnings, sentiment is one of the critical factors.
Very, very. If it's strong, I think it is. If it is strong,
and I think why the sentiment seems to be there is that number one, the equity might be concentrated in the hands of a few people that will most likely not sell, notwithstanding whatever the price is.
Yes, and maybe you can easily not break it down. You might have the power of breaking it down because you won't have that volume to break it down.
But such equity, you don't readily advise fresh investment in it.
The only good thing about such equity is that they stabilize your portfolio. Like you can see this Dangote at this 280 might be there for the next 1 month.
Right. We leave Dangote, but you are not. Are you advising fresh investment in Dangote Cement?
At 280, I still have. If you ask me, I have the belief that they can still do more than this. Yes.
Upon all that we have said now about the low earnings expectation.
But if the sentiment move in its favor, it will go higher than this.
The indicators are now actually saying it will move higher. But let us look at NASCON, another Dangote company actually. 92 kobo is our expectation for the third quarter earning. What's the potential in this company? Where should I buy it? Saying that the earnings don't seem to be consistent.
You know, one of the
from 62 kobo to 153 kobo, then return back to low 143 kobo, return low to 76 kobo, and then begin to build it in the earnings.
What determines most earning per share is the top line, then less administrative expenditure and the rest. But you should understand now that the level at which the world is, they are even asked not to eat salt, and this is what they are selling. A number of people are trying to even run away from salt,
and that is at the consumption level for household use, but for industrial use.
let me ask you, there's even a reason, I don't want to mention this biscuit, that they use salt to spice. A number of people that have BP won't go for it because they will say that
everyone of us that has BP. I don't eat biscuit anyway, but I don't have BP.
What can induce or aggravate their BP level.
All right, we come to Dangote sugar. Why I will prove you wrong with all what you have said now is that Dangote sugar is not actually doing badly. Because as much as those that with high BP will not want to eat salt, those with diabetes and high blood sugar will want to run away from sugar, but Dangote sugar is not doing badly. From expected earning third quarter of 2.78 naira, I can tell you among all these companies that we have seen, their PEG ratio is very positive at 0.29. Their PE ratio is very positive at 7.95. The earnings growth rate is is averagely okay at 27.07. Because I can tell you, aside from domestic use of sugar, there's also the industrial use. Because you see, all those drugs that kids take, they have to put a lot of sugar. Because if kids don't take enough sugar, they will not even, if those drugs don't taste well. So in most companies, I can tell you that I doubt if Dangote sugar is able to meet the demand. All right, so this company is doing well. Okay, so generally, will you say it is still advisable to consider Dangote sugar?
Did you say the contraction was trying to make between sugar and salt?
Salt.
You can see the use of sugar, but you cannot use salt in that wise. But I believe there is attraction in Dangote sugar.
Because most people want to say they are running away from Dangote sugar because of the domestic use. Many people, particularly people within the age bracket of you and me, who want to say that, oh, sugar, we are running away from it and things like that. But the truth is that our kids need a lot of sugar, even for the development.
That means sugar have more use than that of salt.
It does. It does. It does. All right. More diversified use. And I can tell that the demand is very high, particularly from pharmaceutical industries. All right. Okay. Now that is Dangote sugar. But in the interim, I see the price coming down, particularly in the week. But I think Dangote sugar is, with these expectations that I'm seeing, I think Dangote sugar is one of the equities that we should consider, that anybody should consider, not just for the short term, but for the long term.